We are currently on a mission to taste as much local food as possible during our time here in Vietnam. Today, we're diving into the flavors of this amazing country for the first time, with a self-guided food tour, using information that we've gathered on the internet, tips from friends, and simply exploring freely to get a taste of what this country has to offer. Good morning everyone from Hanoi, Vietnam. So we are going to try some very traditional dishes like punsa, banh mi, pho, but the most interesting for me right now will be the first thing is that we actually need to do is to get out some money, because most of the things here happen in cash still. Super interesting here. I was not expecting that we have to walk through a whole house to come to the cafe, but I've read on Google that it's a very calm place, and I think this is necessary when you're here in the center of Hanoi. So Vietnam is the second biggest or largest coffee producer in the world, right after Brazil. And the main bean that they're growing here is the Robusta. The guys here actually told us it's due to the soil and the climate conditions that they mainly are growing Robusta cafe. And now we're trying the two famous coffees here. What they say is they have several different mixtures and coffee variations here. But we have chosen the two famous ones of this place, which is the egg coffee that they're doing basically all over the north of Vietnam, and the coconut cream coffee. One not so nice thing that we just learned here is that 80% of their coffee they're actually exporting, and they're making instant coffee with it. So this is a bit sad. So it's hard to find a good quality cup of coffee here in Vietnam, although it's one of the biggest producers in the world. And this one is the egg coffee. They use the egg yolk for it. They whisk it and then they add the coffee. It's really, really delicious. And although it sounds a bit weird, to be honest, egg coffee, they started doing it back in the days when people did not have fresh milk. And the people were super nice, the coffee was delicious, and yes, it's slightly more expensive than in other places maybe, but the people up there, they were super friendly. They explained us everything about the Vietnamese coffee. They let us watch how they're preparing the coffee. And it was just a very, very nice overall experience, and it was super quiet up there. So if you are interested in very good quality of coffee and a nice atmosphere, you should definitely check this place out. We will leave it down in the comments. Banh mi place, which is a sandwich, a very famous and a traditional sandwich here in Vietnam. We ordered one with beef and one with roasted chicken. So I'm very excited how it's gonna be like, because it's my first banh mi that I'm gonna eat. So let's see, it's with egg, pate and beef, and the other one is roasted chicken. The bread is super crispy. It's like French bread, eh? Came with the colonization and the French influence, I imagine. And the ingredients are very tasty. So I'm very happy with my choice so far. eating the banh mi already. It's a local place, incredible. And basically it's a bún chả, it's hot. And we got 2 beers, which is like €1 each, super cheap, from here, from Hanoi, and this one is from Saigon.
Probably a good sign that the place only makes one thing and they know how to do it really well. To eat the bún chả, basically just put the noodle in, the salad in, mix a little bit and eat it however you want. But first, a sip of beer. Bún chả has easily become one of our favorite Vietnamese dishes. The mixture between the smokiness from the charcoal grilled meat and the sweet, spicy broth is definitely addictive.
Vietnamese spring rolls. Maybe I even think they're better than the Chinese ones. Sorry. Now we are at the stand where they're selling fried shrimp cakes, but they also have like shrimp wonton and fried spring rolls, so we can just put it on the paper and then we get as many as we want.
Thank you.
So now we also got some spicy sauce that we just got prepared here on the table, and we have lots of fried things. Actually the plan was just to have a light snack because tonight we still go for a big dinner. But this is it. This is very light. So you have the spring roll, summer rolls, and rolls in a rice paper, which is basically the same. I'm not sure what the difference is. And I love it that you always get lots of salad and herbs around here. At least something healthy with all the fried things.
Cho em 2 trà đá, xong rồi có 1 cốc không đá.
It's actually a little bit pervert. I don't know if you say that in English as well. But it's like a salty mochi filled with the filling of a spring roll. It's really nice. I like it. Super chewy. Just wanted to eat the skewer and then I felt like something is wrong. The meat is on lemongrass and I thought it's, you know, hard, so it's not. ¿Se come esto?
La citronela creo que no.
Con buen sabor. ¿Lo pruebo? No sé cómo. So this is the reason why we actually came to this place, because of the shrimp cake. And then we found out that they have tons of other things, so we just ordered everything, literally. But this is the thing that we actually wanted to try. So I'm very excited. ¿Voy a comer con todo? ¿También con los ojos y todo?
No lo sé, imagino que sí.
Vale, yo empiezo desde el culo.
Pincha.
Okay.
But it's very tasty. The head is forbidden. So my plan was to go on a diet here in Vietnam because I thought it's all herbs and vegetables and all of this healthy stuff. But it seems like it doesn't really work. I just ate too much in the Philippines and in Japan, so I actually have to go on a diet. But you know, for another day.
Next year.
Okay, I was a bit afraid of the traffic here, this traffic situation. I mean, there's so many scooters, bicycles, people walking on the street, cars, and it's famous for being very chaotic. And I tend to get very nervous around these things. But here in Hanoi I don't feel it. I actually think you can coexist and people are very respectful with each other. Although there's much traffic, I don't feel threatened all the time that someone wants to kill me. But yes, there's a lot of smog, a lot of pollution here in Hanoi. You cannot really see very far, and you can see that where we're staying because we're staying at in a lake. You almost cannot see the other side of the lake. And it's not only the smog or the pollution, it's also a lot of humidity in the air here that is mixing up. The humidity is crazy. Like our bathroom is never getting dry. It's always humid. And this of course is not a good mixture and the breathing is a little bit hard. I always thought that Chiang Mai is really bad with this, but I think Hanoi is even worse. We are just here for a few days in Hanoi. Because we thought that it's a big city, we usually don't like big cities. And it's gonna be very crowded, very full, very noisy, and this is all true. But at the same time, I'm very surprised by Hanoi. You can find incredibly nice food at every corner. Basically, you can walk into any restaurant and you get good food. And then there's really nice coffees also at every corner. So you can spend the whole day just walking around and having coffee and food. And this is exactly what I like. So I'm enjoying Hanoi way more than I thought I would. And I'm maybe a bit sad that we're not spending so much time here. But I also know that the next destinations will be very nice. But yes, so if you're coming to Hanoi, make sure that you're staying for a few days and that you enjoy it as much as you can. This is coconut ice cream with mango, and here we have some coconut ice cream with sticky rice. Really nice. It's not too sweet. I'm surprised that the desserts here are not so sweet. In Thailand, they're like extremely sweet, and here they're good. It's like shredded coconut ice cream, but I thought it's shredded coconut. But when you eat it, it's just like melting in your mouth, so it cannot be just shredded coconut. It's very nice. Last stop for our day food tour because the dinner is still coming. Let's go.
We actually came to this place after watching a YouTube video from Uyen Ninh, a Vietnamese YouTuber based in Germany, who makes hilarious videos about cultural differences between Germany and Vietnam.
Oh yeah, she's really funny. Go check her out. I love these chairs. And also it looks amazing. It's like a coconut jelly, and you can also order like a coconut jelly and on top even more ice cream. But since we already had so much food, I think I cannot eat this, so therefore the coconut jelly it will be. And Lee got flan. The coconut jelly was refreshing and also not too sweet, so we really enjoyed it.
Caramen or banh flan is the Vietnamese version of French crème caramel, adopted by the Vietnamese during the French colonization of the 19th century.
and it basically tastes like the Spanish flan. Enough food and enough smoke. Let's go back to work.
Much later.
Okay, we cannot really make a food tour without eating a good pho. It is one of the most traditional meals that you can find in Vietnam, and also it's extremely tasty and nice. Pepe, why did we order churros?
So these things, they look like Spanish churros, but they are actually salty. They are called Tao Chao Quai in Vietnamese or Yu Tiao in Chinese. And here it's more crunchy than in China. And usually they put it inside the soup, so it would suck a lot of flavor and broth inside, and you eat it with the soup. It's delicious, I like it.
I love pho because it is a very easy dish, you know, it's very comfort food and you could eat it every day. I could eat it every day. Welcome to the last stop of this food tour. It looks super nice here.
Người kia nhé.
Okay, I think that was just the funniest and cutest part of the whole dinner. We arrived, we sat down, and the owner, he doesn't speak any English, but he didn't have any problem to talk to the phone and talk to us via Google Translate. So he said that he will make a mixture for us because we're gonna have a barbecue. So Vietnamese barbecue, you get different dishes and then you put it on the plate to grill it yourself. And as you can see here, there's lots of different options and we would need to translate all of them and then decide on our own. So what he's doing, he says he gives us enough food for both of us, and if we're still hungry we can order more, and for no more than 200 Vietnamese dong, which is around €7 per person. So I think it's an amazing deal. And he even said that if we don't like the food, he will not charge us. So it was a really fun experience talking to Google Translate, and it just worked. He is such a nice person. So
Hopefully we understood everything correctly.
I also hope so. So let's see what we're actually gonna get. But it was a fun experience, and he seems very humble, and it's beautiful in here. Very quiet. This will be our barbecue. We will put all of the food in here, and then this is for all of the fat was going down there. So it's like cleaning itself. For our final stop of food, this is a lot of food. Good that we didn't eat at all today. Joke. It's the first time I'm trying Vietnamese barbecue. It's like a whole process and you have to do it on your own. So Lee is our cooking master and I'm the one who eats.
Like usual.
It looks amazing. So how does it work? Basically, when the meat is done, you put it in the salad and then you make a small roll. Reminds me a little bit of the Korean barbecue, to be honest. And then you put it in this sauce that he says that it's only from here, that he's making it himself and there's no second one in Vietnam. And all of the greens and herbs he's growing on his own in this garden, so that's amazing. So let's try it. Really nice.
Two hours later.
Thank you everyone for watching the video until here. It was lots of food, right?
Yep.
So we actually have to confess something. It was not one day. It was too much food for one day. We filmed this video in 2 days. Still lots of food for 2 days, huh?
Yeah.
But we had lots of fun filming it, and I think my favorite meal was the puncha.
It was really, really good.
It was really good. We hope you enjoyed it, and we see you next week.
This is how you eat it in Vietnam?